It's getting crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you. You're gonna find your way, babe. Yeah, take a look around you. You're gonna find your way, babe. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said, take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said, take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure. This my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical. Clearly now, the pain is gone. The fame is on. And they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said, take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said, take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real game, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines, we find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said, take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said, take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe.
What's going on, Beaches? Welcome to the Daily Swole podcast. Hit the motherfucking like button. And of course, subscribe, share the stream with your friends. We're live everywhere. All those live stream links in the show notes down below. And of course, join the amazing fam over there at swolenormousx.com. Fuck your resolution season is upon us. Fuck all those resolutions. It's time for you to make some sick fucking gains. Welcome to the land of Swole. The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Stop eating so much. You don't need to eat all the time.
You have the right to remain fat.
Whoa! You gonna fuck on me? Nobody's gonna fuck on you! Oh! What the fuck was that?
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Norma.
The sun
is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles. Ooh, welcome everyone to episode 24 hundo and 35 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. Today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexin' on all you be.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, what's going on, fam? How are we doing? Let's brighten this up a little bit. How we doing, fam? Welcome to the show. Make sure you're sharing the stream and check out those links in the show notes down below. Drop some cherries in the chat, indeed. If it's your first time making sick fucking gains with Papa and the fam, welcome to the world famous Mancast. Thank you so much for being here. All right, time to tickle your ear holes with some knowledge cock. Happy Thursday, January the 5th. We have a great show. We got a couple calls. We will get into some Swole fan posts. And of course, we're going to go balls deep, deeper than anyone has ever gone before. It's always that next level. We just keep on going deeper and deeper. And man, I don't know where we're going to go. We're just going to the center of the fucking earth.
You can be fat and be healthy. Jeez. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
This must be what it's like to fuck Lizzo. It must be just like this. Okay. Well, hit the like button and drop in the comments down below. What'd you smash today? Let's take a look at the Tainty Man. Very nice. Aww. Excellent golf clap for the Tainty Man. We got a little church up on her perch. Excellent. So the Swole pups are ready for an amazing show. They're actually sleeping. They don't give a fuck, but I don't give a fuck either. I don't give a fuck about your sleeps. It's time to go live. It's time to have an amazing show. So what'd you smash? Drop in the comments. Let's summon the Falcon and let's get today's party started. I am absolutely fucking amped. Got to get that finger action. Got to tickle the... Don't forget to cup the balls. Don't forget to cup the balls, Leo, you raging alcoholic. Fam, drop in the comments down below. Most people don't. One of our world famous cards, I have this one right here on my left monitor. Most people don't, but you do. Most people don't. No matter what you do, especially the daily execution, especially the 7 pillars, especially doing what you need to do every day, day in and day out, most people don't. Whatever it is, most people don't. Most people quit, or this is when people quit. Another great card. Most people don't. So do the opposite of what most people do. Most people don't. Most people won't. But you do. And that's why you're going to get amazing results. So much love to the Swole fam. All right. Hashtag most people don't in the comments down below. We'll get into, we'll give that away at the end of today's episode. Now let's get into that tip, everyone. Let's spit on it. How else can we get in there, right? Just an inch. It's cold outside. How else can we get in there? You gotta lube it up. Friends. Here we go. What's in the box? Let's kick it off with a post here from Brenda. Brenda says, Swole fam, I have a friend who was just diagnosed as pre-diabetic. She is height to weight proportionate and, quote, hates exercise. Yeah, I know. We'll talk about that in a second. She says she, quote, doesn't eat bad, which means she does. But don't we all before we do an elimination diet? Fact. What dietary recommendations do you have for her? An elimination diet. I'd love to hear from people who have come back from testing pre-diabetic to having normal results. Well, it's totally possible. You can reverse type 2 diabetes. Everyone's going to be a little bit different, but you can absolutely come back from it. Pre-diabetic just means you are on the brink of having full-blown fucking diabetes. It's just a medical diagnosis when you're, on the brink of having certain, I don't know what the technical ranges of like A1C and stuff like that is for diabetes, but that's really what they're going by. They see certain numbers, they're outside of a certain range. Oh, you're on this fringe, so you're pre-diabetic. Most people in this country, especially the United States, are pre-diabetic. That just means before diabetes. Most people are fucking unhealthy and they're heading there. Most people are pre-cancer. Most people are pre-heart disease. Most people are like most people. So, come on, Brenda. I mean, honestly, I know you're asking what dietary recommendations to stop eating like a fat fuck. Her proportions, you're still eating like a fat fuck. Everyone's going to store fat differently. Maybe she's not eating a crazy surplus or has like some genetic resilience. But yeah, my dietary recommendations are eat a fucking steak. And the part about, and this is just tough love. I just don't have any patience for this kind of mentality right now at this moment. But I will say, Brenda, all the things that you know that you should be doing, that's what I would pass along. But in terms of, I hate exercise. Are you a fucking human? These kinds of comments just really piss me off. I hate exercise. You hate walking. You hate moving. How dare you have a human body and you hate to exercise? You have moving and functioning limbs. It's like the sickest fucking lack of gratitude. I hate exercising. She's a lazy bitch. She's a lazy fucking bitch. I got something to tell her.
Shut up, bitch.
Tell her that. Brenda, here's another question. We're going hard today. I mean, we're going right out of the gate. We're slapping those tatters. And Brenda's a hardcore swole slut. So I know this is not about Brenda, but this first part here, I have a concern about this part. Swole fam, I have a friend. This part, I have a friend. You mean you have an acquaintance? Words matter. Are they really your friend? Sounds like a poison. Sounds like an emotional drain. Just saying. I have a friend. Maybe it was someone that you used to know. Sounds like it's time to cut out some of this dead weight. If you're having these kinds of conversations with someone, sounds like a drag. Just saying, Brenda. One more thing. Oh, I'm off the rails already. You have a friend, this person was just diagnosed as pre-diabetic. So this is the situation. This individual is going to a medical professional, doctor, whatever, and they say, hey, you're on the brink of having a really serious situation where you might lose a limb, go blind. You're going to have real problems with your insulin, with your sugar absorption, with your metabolic health. You are on the brink of like walking off a cliff. I hate exercise. I don't eat bad. Oh, shut the fuck up. You do. You're not doing it properly. You're trashing your health, and your poor functioning metabolism is the result of your poor habits. Ugh, that's fucking gross. Ugh. All right, next post. Danny, save us. Danny writes, what's up, fam? Just checking in, going in on the 24th for surgery to open up my deviated septum. I haven't had a good night's rest in years due to not being able to breathe. Hopefully this works. Luckily, I'll only be out of commission for about a week, according to the doctor. Planning to go through, scorched earth again once I'm cleared. Remember, hashtag go the fucking gym and swole fam for life. Ooh, my guy. Right off a septum surgery. Going right back into scorched earth, going right back into the fray, into the fires of Mount Doom. Good for you. Scorched earth is savage. Sean in the Telegram chat says, what is the best lube for the tip? Just a little A little saliva. Just get it right in there.
Because
Doesn't take much. Well, it takes a lot, but, you know, it's not going to feel comfortable anyway. So just, what's that over there? Just jam it in. Right, ladies? Okay, Jason, fam, I joined late summer and got my diet turned around. Now starting my workouts, I started with the 90-day dash and struggling with the first workout. I cannot make it through the whole thing yet without collapsing. Collapsing? Let's talk about this a little bit. What are some recommendations? I'm 51 and 290 pounds. Let's see. Now starting my workouts, 90-day dash, struggling with the first workout. Well, you're in primer week, so I would make sure that you stay there. Keep practicing the same workout, do half. So you don't have to be able to make it through the whole thing. This is an on-ramp, the primer week. I don't know what collapsing means. If you're collapsing because you're exhausted and, you know, that's not a good, there's a bad type of collapse, like what happened in the NFL the other night, or what like 1,500 athletes have been doing, just people just fucking dropping dead. Hint, hint. So totally normal for healthy athletes to just kaput. But anyway, or there's you losing your balance because there's a lot of stabilization at the beginning of the program. So if that's the case, if you're just struggling making it through or losing your balance, use a chair, use a wall, stabilize yourself as best as you can, and just practice that same workout or do half. And do it over and over again. Practice the swole and just repeat. Just repeat. Just repeat. Jason, what you could also do is do the chair yoga, do some more beginner and starter classes. If you want to swap that out for one of the workouts in the 90-day dash, you could do some more yoga. That's totally fine. Or practice a swollen 7. Go through a swollen 7, maybe a dumbbell swollen 7 or a mobility swollen 7, and find one that you like or that you can do very well, and practice that one over and over again. You could also look into the Swole Mastery program, which is body weight, which might be something that's more ideal for you. But those are some options. The most important thing about the 90-day dash program is that it gets you consistent. That's really the most important thing. So it gets you consistent. It gets you used to lifting weights and doing resistance training in order to, and doing resistance training with the integration of mobility. So that's really important. Okay, let's see here. We got another post here from Jessica. Jessica's showing some shredzy arms here with a Tess Hornaday tank. Absolutely lit. Jessica writes, update on my last swole session. I love some swole sessions. I've been very serious about the elimination diet, and my inflammation is so far down that I almost can't believe it. A little left in the abdomen, but I'm still working on it, and I feel so much better, and my stamina has vastly increased. About the pick, I know I'm still scrawny by Swole Fam standards, but I'm coming to this after almost 2 decades of dealing with anorexia and basically periods of subjective binging, where my binges consisted of only, quote, healthy foods like tons of vegetables and rice cakes rather than, quote, junk food, and being terrified to put on muscle. So even this bit of swole is huge for me. I have always worked out, but only to get skinny and lose fat. Thankfully, that is behind me now, and I'm loving lifting so much. Good for you. Remember, how you look, it's just a process in the journey. So as long as you're comfortable putting on some healthy weight and some muscle size, that's fantastic. That's a great way for people to come out of anorexia and things like that, is to put on lean mass. It's excellent. It's really good because then you're strengthening your bones, you're putting on weight, you're eating more food because you're lifting weight. So it really encourages you to fuel your workouts. That's a good thing. It's so freeing to be able to eat till I'm full and work out until my muscles actually grow and to enjoy it. I honestly never thought I'd get to this point. I'm thankful for finding Papa and the fam, because without Swolenormous X and the Swole fam as resources, I don't know if I'd have made it here. Looking forward to more gains. Thanks for listening, fam, and go to the fucking gym. That's awesome. That's awesome. And look at those muscles. My goodness. My goodness. Of course, you're still very lean. I mean, you're still making a lot of progress with your body weight, which is great. I think also like the lighting and the camera angle is making you look a little more slender, but you can see the muscles and packing on the right kind of size. Good for you. Good for you. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. People need to share these stories more. And again, when we talk about health at every size, it's like, well, you can be skinny and unhealthy. Damn right. We always say that. It's not just about obesity. I mean, poor eating habits and poor lifestyle habits can go both directions. It's really dangerous to be underweight. In many cases, and in my opinion, it's much more dangerous to be underweight than to be overweight. Of course, overweight's not good, but there's a range. You can definitely have a gut, or you can have extra fat and go a long time. But if you're extremely emaciated, it's going to affect your bone density. It's going to affect everything. You can have a lot of issues. So it is, in my opinion, better to be overweight than underweight. It's still not good because at least you have a surplus of calories. You have extra. Of course, there's a negative to that too, but of course it goes different directions. So you can't be healthy at every size. You can't. You can't. You know, being underweight and overweight, of course, that can be subjective in some cases, but it's underweight and overweight for a reason. It's not a good weight for you. And a lot of times we're talking about overweight and underweight when it comes to someone who doesn't exercise. If you're lifting weights, of course, the scale is going to be different, right? Because lean mass weighs a lot more in terms of the volume than body fat. So you want to pack on lean mass. You want to pack on muscle mass. You want to build strength, bone density, ligaments, tendons, muscle, right? Soft tissue. It's good stuff. But I'm definitely interested in hearing more about people's journey when it comes to anorexia, because I don't think that gets discussed enough. It gets really overshadowed, but it gets manipulated and it gets weaponized by people that are promoting this health at every size or, fat positive movement. It's like, well, you can be skinny unhealthy, and they'll use that. It's like, no one's arguing that. The whole point is you could be unhealthy. You could be unhealthy and be 10% body fat. You could be lean and muscular. You see pro bodybuilders having heart attacks and dying because they're taking a lot of anabolic steroids and growth hormone. They're adding a lot of stress to their body, going really low with body fat, and not just body fat, which is not good to be exceptionally lean. It's generally not, it's not a good thing because there's fat soluble vitamins and hormones, and men have issues when you drop really low body fat percentage. That's why when people take steroids, they're able to keep a much lower body fat percentage and maintain hormone levels because they're adding it exogenously with injections and such. But if you're naturally trying to get that lean, most of you know that when you try to get really lean, you drop carbs, you try to really shred water weight, you crash out, you lose strength, you feel exhausted. It's not naturally, everyone's going to have a different disposition or distribution of fat and can maintain a different ideal body fat percentage. But this is why when I look like the way I look, I'm not going to get too much leaner without it affecting my performance and how I feel and how I sleep and how my joints feel and things like that. So when you're taking exogenous hormones, you can swing body fat percentage in a big way and maintain muscle size and fullness, but you're not going to do that naturally. So when people are saucing, when they're like pumped and jacked and increasing strength and they're getting leaner, it's just not how the human body works. So it's important to understand what is realistic for the human body. It's important to understand the benefits of having muscle mass. You don't want to be underweight. You don't want to be overweight. And of course, there's a lot of subjective nature there, but at the same time, it's going to keep you more honest. It's the body fat percentage, but finding that healthy range and finding a range where you can maintain, and you don't have to be weighing every last thing. You don't have to be micromanaging your calories. That's no way to live. Your body has evolved to do this. And if you're eating real food and you're maintaining a proper circadian rhythm and you're doing all these things that you should be doing as a creature on this planet, and you're living more human, you're becoming more your animal self, which is important, while still in the framework of modern society, you're going to feel better. You need to kind of go back a few hundred years in terms of your nutrition, in terms of your lifestyle habits, while managing all the screens and the blue lights and all the things in our environment. But being really shredded is overrated. So overrated. So overrated. And understand, and most of you know this, when you get out of a hot shower, you look more lean, or the sauna, because your blood vessels and everything is coming to the surface, and you get a tan, you look leaner. Right after a workout, people take pictures. They go to the gym and they go into the locker room and you have this like good lighting, and people take pictures post pump in a mirror, and they're taking a picture like this in the mirror. So you have that post pump, you're jacked and you're more like lean. You have the definition. You have dim lighting with shadows and maybe lighting that's low, so it's catching every shadow of your muscle and your, just the definition. So your post pump, you have a lot of blood pumped into your muscles. You're taking a picture in a mirror, which is distorting, and then you're posting it on social media and maybe manipulating it with a filter. And then everyone sees these pictures and thinks like, oh, I wish I was that lean. I wish I was that lean. People think I'm taking steroids. I get all the time like, yeah, well, Tren, if you're taking Tren, and they're taking Tren. I don't even really know what it is. I know, I'm aware that like you cough or something after you take. I don't even know why people, there are a lot of different anabolics out there. I don't take any of that stuff. A lot of times when I'm doing videos, it's after a workout or I'm swinging a club. So I have muscle, I have blood going to my shoulders and things like that. And I'm outside in the sun and I lift weights and that's what I fucking do. I'm not just taking juice. I've just been lifting for 20 fucking years. And anyone that, I don't get called out on a lot of these videos because people that actually understand or they do the natty or not videos, they look at me and be like, yeah, it's totally reasonable to be my level of strength or size and leanness. I'm not shredded to the bone and just getting stronger and stronger. I'm kind of more or less plateaued on a lot of lifts and things like that. It's just, I don't know if you're aware of what that looks like or what the way people's muscles look, you're not tricked by that kind of stuff. So it's unfortunate that a lot of people are, distracted or they think, building a great physique is impossible. They're always looking for shortcuts, man. People are always looking for shortcuts. And we've talked about that kind of stuff before. If I ever did something like, if I have no qualms about it. I'll probably do TRT when I need to. And if I do, I'll be like, hey, I just got my blood work done. I'm going to do a TRT and I'll mention it. And then we'll just keep on doing the Daily Swole. Like nothing's going to really change. I don't think anyone's going to give a fuck. Why would you? It would be like, hey, I'm 45 or I'm 50 and I'm starting doing TRT. And I'm like, okay. It's like when people blatantly lie about it and manipulate, that's when people get upset. But you can make amazing progress if you're consistent. How many people are consistent as fuck for 20 years? There's that. Most people don't, right? Josh, cannonball finisher. Run the rack down for side laterals, 10 reps each and back with overhead press for 10 till failure. Made it back to the 35s. Ooh, Josh, you nasty slut. You're a filthy fucking whore. All right, great post. If you want to join the fam, again, links down below right there at the bottom of your screen, swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today, swolenormousx.com. Fuck your resolution specials are going on right now. We have the Tainty Man, and of course, we have Most People Don't for the Swole card today. But getting back to the lean body fat percentage, it's overrated. Being shredded is overrated. Your joints start to hurt. Your strength suffers. You want to find that balance. You want to find that balance where you're training hard, you're working on building muscle, but you can eat to your satisfaction with the foods that work best for your body. You don't have to count. You don't have to measure. You could train hard. You maintain around the same body weight. Like that's really ideal. It's really ideal. And I'm not just saying that because that's what I've done and that's what I do, but you want to focus on other things. You don't be sitting there weighing shit on a fucking scale. You want to enjoy your life and open up your brain space for other things, for learning, for just enjoying life and being in the moment. You don't be sitting there weighing every last fucking thing. Your brain does that. Your brain regulates itself. It's going to let you know when it's hungry and full. But when you add garbage and you gum up the fucking system, of course your body is not going to know what the hell's going on because you're adding in other variables that it doesn't know how to compute. It doesn't know how to deal with. Zarak Azrafel. If you got questions, let's start dropping in the comments. Fabian, I see you in the chat. I have the questions highlighted, so I'm going to show them here on the screen. So I did see that earlier, but now we're in the knowledge cock portion. So let's get some questions. Hashtag Ask Papa Soy in the comments. We'll take this one first. Zarak Azrafel. Is it true that creatine causes hair loss? Didn't someone ask that recently? I take creatine. I mean, maybe maybe I need some hair loss. Knock on wood. I have no evidence of that. I take creatine. I've taken it most of my lifting life and I have more hair than ever before. So not for me, at least. I've never heard anything that would point to that being anything remotely. I don't know what the mechanism would be. I think it's completely bullshit. I've never heard anything like that. But it's strange. Is something going around? Because someone asked that recently in the last month or two. We've gotten a question. It sounds familiar. So I don't know if there's some kind of nonsense going around. Is V-Shred? Is V-Shred promoting some stuff? If like, you don't want to lose hair. Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Frank, my wife didn't believe that The Rock was on steroids. Jesus fucking Christ.
Shut up, bitch!
Until I showed her pictures of him when he first started wrestling, and then now. The Rock is not only on steroids, he is on a significant amount of juice. He is legit on, like, he is one of the sauciest men on the planet. I've been so obvious. He used to be soft and jiggly. Like, we used to wrestle, he used to be soft and jiggly. He's taking shit. He's taking a lot of stuff. Fine. I don't care. Like, he makes hundreds of millions of dollars for movie roles. Like, of course. He probably should if he wants to look a certain way. But I guess he lies about it. I mean, if he lies about it, then fuck him. Hollywood's a goddamn fucking joke. Once The Rock endorsed Biden back in 2020, I lost tons of respect for him. I mean, open your fucking eyes. What a goddamn simp. I think someone was holding his family hostage. And I'm not like a Republican or anything like that, but it was just like, my God, how can you vote for that fucking corpse? You're not paying attention. What a scam. Remember, it was like a hostage video. Oh, like he sold out hard. He sold out hard. He's really just, he's so big. Like he's trying to keep his image too pure. It's a little bit nauseating. I miss back in like I miss like the early Rock days when he was like, I don't give a fuck, people's champ. That was fun. All right. Let's see. Ortiz. Hey, Papa, can I get your opinion on or some advice? My girlfriend's sister is running wild with drinking and driving. Oof. Drugs, possibly sneaking people into her family's house. And even though we're on the same page, you and your girlfriend. Okay, so this is your girlfriend's sister. Even though we're on the same page, I'm just going to, in parentheses, like me and my girlfriend are on the same page, it's causing a strain in our relationship because she's obligated. Oh, God, this is a tough one. She's obligated to clean up her messes, and so are her parents, and they enable her, and I'm the jerk for saying enabling is the problem with her. Yeah, it absolutely is. That's tough. Have you had this conversation with your girlfriend? That's really tough. So this is a common situation. Unfortunately, it's an infection. You need to avoid unhappy and unlucky people. You need to avoid these kinds of poisons in your life. And sometimes it's like you care about the other person and then their mother or their family member is a drain, but like they're not handling it properly. It's tough to say you break up with your girlfriend because of her sister, but she needs to get her shit together. Your girlfriend has to get her shit together. And it's not her, her sister needs to get her shit together. But the problem is your girlfriend's drowning, trying to save and cover and deal with your sister. It doesn't have a good ending. These are just people, and family, unfortunately, keeps people in and around your life just because there's like some similar DNA, even though they suck. So you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. But you can pick your girlfriends. So one, what's your communication like with your girlfriend about this? Like that has to be, let's see here. We got a follow up. We did. I'm assuming that was a response to me saying you have to have a conversation about this. We did. And her mom started crying, saying we can't abandon her sister no matter what she does. All right. So there's some serious codependence here, and there's some serious family issues. Obviously you'd say like they need therapy. It's tough when there's someone you care about, but they're definitely enabling the sister. And if they're not willing to make progress towards it. Mom playing the victim and covering for her and justifying it is not a good sign. That's a good point. Nick says avoid being alone with her sister for any reason. Nick says they're definitely the types to make false accusations. That's very true as well. So yeah, don't go and pick her up. Hey, can you pick me up? Don't. Never for any reason be with her alone. I would agree with that 100%. Yeah. It's an unfortunate situation. But I mean, it might be a losing battle where it's like, oh, it's me or your sister. But it's not something that you're going to be able to change. They have to handle it. They have to want to help her. They have to cut her off, put her in rehab. They're just allowing this to perpetuate. It's like teaching a dog with bad habits. You're just like allowing it to get away with it over and over again. Betty Ford, enabling is keeping the sister, allowing her to be in, continue with addiction because she isn't experiencing her consequences for her actions. Yep. And agree with this. Joe, Frosty Balls, if someone wants to ruin their lives, don't go down with them, family or not. Grizzly, at some point, you're going to have to think about yourself. There's no point in you suffering for someone else's sins. The problem is, like, they think they're helping her or they're saving her, or they're getting her out of a jam. They're just allowing themselves to drown. Like, if you swim out to rescue someone and they're kicking and fighting, you're just going to drown yourself. They're sacrificing themselves and ruining their own life because of her actions. And it's tough when it's family, but at the same time, they think they're loving her. They think they're caring for her. They're just enabling it and perpetuating it. And they're actually hurting her and maybe causing a worse outcome in the future by not confronting it. And and again, most people don't, right? The confronting is not easy, but it's required in order to get someone the help that they need. You can't perpetuate it. You can't continue it. You can't allow it to spread. I mean, it's a cancer and it's spreading. It's already got the entire family, and now it's going to take over you by proxy. And that's not fair to yourself. And this is the kind of situation, and I'm not telling you what to do here, but let's say you did separate yourself from the situation. This is the kind of, how long you've been with, she's a teenager. Jesus Christ. How old is everyone? How old are you? How old is your girlfriend? Just curious, because these are kinds of situations that you're in the middle of. And then let's say you break up, and then a few years down the road, this is the kind of thing that you separate yourself from a couple years and you look back and you think, how the fuck was I ever in that situation? And you like laugh to yourself. You think about, what the fuck was I thinking? It sounds like one of those relationships. Oh, well, that's different. All right, I'm 30 and we're engaged. Gotcha. All right. That changes the playing field a little bit, but not really. You're engaged. Okay. Well, nothing's official yet. We can come back to this, but I appreciate the conversation. It's a tough one. Her parents are on the brink of divorce because of her too. Yeah, see, they're allowing this poison. I know it's their daughter, but they're allowing this poison to spread, to split, and to eat away their own relationship. They're on the brink of divorce. Why? Because the father's probably like disagreeing and the mother is just covering for the daughter, and it's splitting them up that way. I mean, you see what I mean? It's already breaking apart their relationship. It's damaging everyone's relationship. It's breaking the family apart. It's putting strain on your relationship with your girlfriend. Is she living at home? I mean, the only way, like, I would like, if this would work, would be you and your girlfriend to move like across the fucking world, across the country, like get away as fucking far as possible. But it doesn't sound like your girlfriend is anywhere in that situation or in that mindset. You said she's bailing her out all the time. Brenda, on a positive note, my friend Kim, your new unlimited member, is inches down. Our new unlimited member, by the way, is inches down in her waist elimination diet and using the virtual trainer while on the road. Swole fam for life. Excellent. Excellent. This is not the one that's like, obviously not the one that's slacking, right? She's not the one that like, I don't like to exercise, obviously, because she's exercising. Who's that other jabbernet? Who's that other jabbernet? I'm glad to hear it. Fuck yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Frank, the need to protect your child is a difficult instinct to overcome, even when you know it's the right thing to do. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you have to think about it more objectively, right? You are protecting her by getting her the help she needs. You're not protecting her. If you're enabling her to keep on drinking and doing drugs and all this high reckless activities, I think we all agree that's not going to end. That's going to end a lot worse. It might end with her, unfortunately being unalived, especially if you're drinking and driving and who knows what the fuck else, spending time with shitty people or in a car with someone else who's making terrible decisions. Yeah, Dawn, it could have the same effect on your relationship if proper boundaries are not set. I don't know if you can have a proper boundary if it's like this already. Look, I'm not telling you to break up because no one's family is perfect. Honestly, if you meet someone and their family is like, oh, it's like, if it's all, super overly happy, there could be a lot of things. Nothing's perfect. There's always going to be, no one's perfect. No family is perfect. Okay. So you're never going to find anyone that's like the perfect family, the perfect this. But it's important when you're getting in a relationship, you're getting involved with, that person's family and that person's, connections. But this is not a good preview. So you're engaged and it's tearing apart their relationship and it's already putting stress on yours. Like there might have to be some sort of ultimatum. You had a conversation like this is some serious shit. And your girlfriend might be in denial about this too, but does she know that it's literally breaking you apart? Ortiz, they disagree and the father doesn't want to be inconvenienced and a bit of a narcissist and they all live at home. Well, she needs to get the fuck out of that house. So I guess like that's the plan. Like you get married, you're going to move out. It's not going to get easier, by the way. Like marriage doesn't solve those things. Just like having a baby doesn't fix a relationship. Like those things don't get fixed like that. When the foundation is rotten, like it's going to come out later, or there's going to be resent, or like, you get married and you pull her out and then you're doing all these other things. And then she's going to resent you from separating her from her family. Like, I don't know. I'm talking this through. The father doesn't want to be, so he's like absent. So maybe there's something else there too. He's like is he more like an absent father? He's just like, maybe that's why she's acting out. It sounds like there's a lot to unpack here. It's not your responsibility to undo people's trauma. Maybe she's acting out because that's her younger sister. So maybe she's acting out because her other sister got more attention and her father's like, her father doesn't want to be inconvenienced. That's not the word that should, that's not the word that you want to, that should come into play. It should be action. It should be something that gets done. Not like, I'm inconvenienced by my rebellious daughter. Sounds like that might be where it's coming from. Total backseat psychologist over here. So just throwing shit out there. He rarely wants to lift a finger and gets pissed when he has to do anything, even cook for himself. Oh, so he's like so his wife is like a mother type figure. And she's like bending over backwards, trying to care for everyone, keep the family together. And bro, how's your girlfriend? Like in that kind of situation? Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't sound good, bro. Cerny, I know this sounds harsh. And look, this is important. We have our Swole Fam elders. The elder, the covenant coming in, just Cerny, I can picture Cerny coming in with like a robe, like Muse, like the council, and she's sitting there like this. I know I sound harsh. We come on, we love the harsh, but I'm old. Strong opener. I know I sound harsh. Well, look, perspective. You know, Cerny's been on this earth at least double. So take it. This is important advice, right? This is what I'm talking about. I know I sound harsh, but I'm old and have been through crap like this. Believe me, get out now. It rarely turns out well. Is it really harsh, or is it, you know, is it reality? Betty Ford, you going to marry her? What happens next time when it's your kid and not her sister and she still enables? These things perpetuate generationally. You know, the father is perpetuating whatever happened from his father and how he was raised. Maybe he did I'm just curious. Do you know if the father had a father figure, or was it a mother? Was it a single mom or an absent father? And maybe that's why he's leaning on your enabling potentially mother-in-law, because that's how he was raised, more with a dominant mother or an absent father in his, you know, these things cycle through. This is intense shit, but this is good. This is real talk, man. This is real talk. I appreciate you putting this out here, man. I mean, a lot of people, you can tell this is striking home with a lot of members. A lot of people are like, people have seen this before. But I've had relationships in the past. And again, you get some distance, right? In the moment you're stressing or you're crying, you're emotional. And then you get a few years out and you figure out who you are and what you're about. And you don't have any tolerance for this bullshit. And you think back, what? If you look back on previous relationships and you think, what the fuck was I thinking? You've grown. Congratulations. You've learned. And like, that situation would just repel me from a mile away at this point. It's hard when it kind of takes you by surprise. All right, everyone's family is fucked up in some way. But again, to whom you're related to and you're born to, you can't choose. But you can choose what, like, you're going to get involved with that forever. You're already like, you're only making the case to get the fuck out. And look, I'm just saying, they all live at home, so she's not living with you. It makes it easier. But this has to be hashed out. I think you're going to regret a lot of it if you move forward and this isn't handled. And look, when I say this isn't handled, how is it going to be handled? Like, it's nothing that you can do. You need to save yourself. Everyone's drowning. Everyone's drowning. Like, hey, come on in, drown with us. And you're like, don't know if that's a good idea. Like, no, come on out. No, 50 feet out. Keep swimming. You're like, I don't want to drown. And they're like, no, it's fine. It's fine. That's kind of like what's going on here. It's like, that's not a good choice. Not a good choice. Oh, she resents her sister, but only does it for her mom. Oh, jeez. So she's doing it out of guilt. Oh, my God. She resents her sister. So her sister is probably lashing out to get attention that she can't get from her father or whatever. Desperate, kind of like. And then your girlfriend is resenting your sister and everyone bending over backwards for her. And she gets away with everything and blah, blah. Oh, bro. Fuck. Pedro says only solution. Not the only one. There's one, like Seinfeld says, like a Band-Aid. Right off. Pedro says only solution. Fiance moves out, moves in with you, allows her family to deal with this. Your fiance can recover with therapy. Yeah, but you're still, well, you're going to deal with it. You're still going to deal with it. You're still going to be. And there's nothing wrong with therapy. And I always remember I was talking about people virtue signaling. I have a therapist, and remember therapy and that video. Therapy can be fantastic. But, mindfulness, exercise is therapy. Sauna, cold plunge is therapy. Meditation is therapy. Reading is therapy. Speaking with a professional, like a therapist. It's like there's many different ways of therapy, physical and mental and emotional therapy. It's constant effort. Eating healthy is therapy. If you're eating fucked up food and jacked up on stimulants, you're going to be stressed out and anxious. And if you're aware and you deal with these issues head on, you can do therapy too. Like it's a constant thing. There's many different ways for therapy, right? Pedro, only other solution. Give the ultimatum. She doesn't want to move out. Will be resentful towards you at the end of your relationship, as your relationship ends. Ortiz, she wants to move out but feels bad for her mom, so she feels guilty leaving her mom with this kind of like. She's got to grow up. She wants to move out. Well, then she'll move out. She feels bad for her mom. Nancy says red flags everywhere. Run. I mean, I don't even know. Like, she can get into therapy now, but it sounds very, very toxic and very. It sounds super like nuclear. Joe, sounds like a toxic family. I'd be worried. Dawn, the two of you could relocate and start your own lives together away from the toxic family. I mean, in that situation, it would have to be distance and she would have to get therapy. Like, it depends. I know. How long have you been engaged for? How old is she? She's still living at home. Yeah, dude. I mean, this just sounds like something, again, I'm just saying you distance yourself and man, you're going to, this is the kind of thing like you leave and then you look back in a couple years and it's the best decision you ever made in your entire life. This is one of those moments. Everyone has certain moments in their life. Like you got a couple paths here. What happens when her sister drives off a cliff or overdoses? And like, what happens like then? Then there's like this endless guilt and this, and like, it's not being dealt with. It's not being handled properly. Again, it's not your girlfriend's or your fiance's fault, but it's her responsibility, how she's reacting to it and how she's enabling her sister and her mother. The Swole Council. Yeah, and this is another thing. Yeah, and you know what I would do? And let's talk about this after Antoinette says this. And if you get out, pay attention if you attract similar scenarios. You might want to, Ortiz, I'm just saying, this might be a pivot. You might not expect this, but you might want to do a lot more self-reflection. And this might be a good opportunity, just saying, on the DL, maybe just for you, that you start some therapy for yourself. And the reason why I'm saying this is because there's a reason why you involved yourself in this situation. And there's a lot of questions or comments and things that you're asking that a lot of us are like, get the fuck away. So a lot of times we match with someone else, or we're attracted, or we get involved with situations that really are kind of like an echo of things that we have experienced in the past. That's why a lot of people continuously usually are getting a lot of similar situations in the relationships, and they get into someone else, like abusive cyclical relationships or psychologically abusive relationships. And they perpetuate the same cycle over and over again, just because of how they're programmed growing up with their parents or early relationships and things like that. So in other words, maybe speaking to a therapist yourself might unlock some things for you and help you think a little more clearly, giving you a little bit more perspective. Just a thought. And don't think of it as like a weakness. It's not like, oh, I'm broken. I mean, we all have work to do, but it could get you started thinking a little bit differently and giving you some perspective. Just a thought. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, we keep on like unpacking these onions, these layers, dude. We're staying here. We're staying here. This is important. Ortiz, I'm stressed the hell out because the wedding is 4 months away. Keep dropping fucking. Keep dropping All right. If you're having a wedding and you're stressed out, that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. You're stressed the hell out. There's a lot of things that are wrong here, bro. And I appreciate you, quote, coming out and laying it out here. Like, it's never too late to stop something like this. Like, you have to think for yourself. You can't be thinking like you're already guilted into continuing. Your girl, what does she think, and her parents think, and the venue, and this and that. I would not move I would postpone the shit out of that. I would put things on hold. This needs to be, and here's the thing. If you put this shit on hold and your fiance girlfriend freaks the fuck out and that's a sign too. Like, if she loves you, you care about each other, she wants you to be okay. She wants to resolve this. If you're having like proper communication and like, yeah, we need to get this figured out. And you know, if that's going to blow shit up, then that's the best thing possible. Things get worse before they get better. That's like a stock market dip and then it goes back up. That's like a quick, okay, you got to flush out the shit. Bro. This is a good conversation. We're going long, but we always go long. That's kind of what we do here.
Because Dickens.
Swole love line. Swole Harvey over here. Dr. Swole. I'll take it. Hey, I love the feedback. I think these are important conversations. This shit is cray. Pedro. And look, these are some great advice. Look, these are just my opinions, but here's the thing. You're going to get the best advice. And look, it's advice, it's opinion, but we're not involved with it. And everyone here, the reason why everyone's like, what the fuck, run. It's because you're in the middle of it. You don't have this perspective. It's really hard to think about this situation outside. How long you been with this person? How long you been with her? Like, for everyone else, it's like fucking everyone's like hardcore repelled by the thought of this situation because we're not involved with it. And a lot of us have been through bad relationships before. Everyone has. That's why they're not continuous or going on. I've had bad relationships. They don't exist anymore. They're gone because they weren't good. And looking back on some of them, it's like, my fucking God, why was I with that person, period? And for so long, why did I make that decision? If you're not looking back on your life thinking, why the fuck did I do that? You haven't grown. You haven't learned. I think we can all, like, how many times you look back, that was a terrible fucking choice. Yep. And this is going to be one of those things you're going to look back and be like, what the fuck was I thinking? Because you're going to find someone else. You're going to have an amazing relationship. It should be, not that it's going to be easy, but it should be open. It should be like, and I'm going to be even further honest. Like, this honest cock is coming, like the knowledge cock. We're coming back. All this should be said to her, your girl, like your fiance. I know you're reaching out because you're looking for other things, but that's part of the issue, is that you're talking to us about it. You're not, like, maybe you talked about things with her, but like, why are you here? And I appreciate it. And I think we're all here for you, man. But that's a tell as well. Like, the fact that we're discussing this here, and that conversation isn't happening with her. Pedro, postpone the wedding. Let her know the situation has to be resolved before you proceed. You only have one life to live. 10 years down the line, is this what you want to talk about? This is going to break apart. This is going to be, here's the thing. You don't resolve this. You get married. You shove this down, you deal with it. You're going to resent her because you're going to resent yourself. You're going to regret your decision. It's going to fester. You're going to know you pussed out your integrity with yourself. You're going to feel like you betrayed yourself. It's going to come out in all sorts of different things. It's a shitty foundation to start off with. Like, I don't think this is gonna. It sounds like the mom married the husband, who's has his own fucking issues. So there's one thing, and then she probably guilts your fiance. It doesn't have to be like set like an ultimatum. You could just be like, I'm not ready for this. Like this, there's too many things Hannah says, is she not even going to move out when you're married? It seems like she's going to stay there until you get married. Like, what's going to change? Oh, I'm married. All of a sudden things are going to change. It's going to get more complicated. It's going to get more stressful. Yeah, therapy's not magic either. She's 29, living at home to help her mom with bills because her dad does jack shit. Bro. Oh my God. Oh, man. How do you think this is gonna be when don't forget, you're marrying a mother. Like, she is going to be the mother in your household. What example is she learning from? Yo, it keeps getting worse. And I know we don't even know the story. Like, maybe she's got that epic like grip reaper puss, but dude, it's not worth it's not worth it. Man, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Dude, it keeps getting. Someone just posted in the Telegram chat. Is that Nancy or Brandon? Just posted like a gif of someone eating popcorn. Now, this is important, but fucking hell. Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, well. Yeah, I'm just reading some of the comments. Everyone's just like, you gotta postpone or delay. Like, you're gonna be divorced in a couple of years. Like, these are seriously, like, I mean, it shouldn't be like a whirlwind of like passion and lust when you're getting married. Like, it should be like, you know how to function together. You can communicate. You can get through problems. You've been through thick and thin. Like, there's a lot of things that are important for a marriage. It's a relationship for life. It's you're going to bang them. Yeah, you're going to have kids and whatever you want to do. But it also has to be someone that you like, you're best friends with. Like, you need to be able to communicate and get through. You can't have these things underlying that don't get talked about. That's going to bubble to the surface in a lot of other areas. It's going to bubble to the surface in all the worst things. This is like when you have couples that fight about stupid shit all the fucking time and just built up resentment for all these other unsaid things that never get addressed. Let's see. Pedro Ortiz, I stayed with a girl because I cared about her and her three boys. I kept taking it every issue. She attempted suicide twice. I stayed, we broke up. She ended herself and it fell apart. Ugh. Like, some people you can't save people. Sometimes like people have to help themselves in the end. Yeah, and the happy ever after is bullshit. It's bullshit. Like the whole Disney movie, it's such nonsense. It's such bullshit. Pedro says, the difference between arranged marriage and Western marriage. Arranged is about a synergy, partnership in life. Western marriage is a so-called happily ever after. That's Disney grooming. It's not realistic. It's a whole different approach. It's a whole different mindset. SH, once you get married, it's going to be your money and time that's going to bail out the sister. Is your girl going to keep sending money to her mom for bills? Expect you to move in there? Question mark. Let me say one more thing. Another possibility. You get married. Your sister, right? You get married. Your sister moves in with you. Your sister's holding this shit together. The mom's probably unstable in this. The dad's kind of punched out. You bring the sister out. They divorce after. Like, it's not going to save the relationship. Like, your sister's probably like the keystone. Like, she leaves. They fall apart. So the mother's alone. Maybe she moves out or the father moves out. Then he's not doing anything. She doesn't have an income. Then the sister's like, is she going to, all right, is the mother going to move in with you? Are they going to have to support the mother? Like, what's going to happen? It sounds like she's holding it together. And then things are just going to fall apart anyway. Like, it's not going to get better when the sister moves out. Like, if they're on the brink of getting divorced, like, that's going to happen. This ship doesn't sound like it's going to be righted, especially in that house. Yeah. SH, say you want premarital counseling. That could be a way to get the topic discussed. If you need premarital counseling, it's not the right person. That's what I think. If you need counseling before, that's like, well, that's not, why would that have to be a thing? It's not a, the mom is the breadwinner, and so is my fiance. Wait, so do you? All right, do you have a job? Like, what do you mean? So your fiance is the mom. So the mom makes the money. So in other words, they divorce and the father leaves. I don't know whose name is on the house or wherever they live. So she's taking care of you. Well, yeah, she's absolutely, I mean, if that's the case, then she found her father. This is, you need to make your own fucking money. You need to develop yourself. If that's the case, develop yourself as an individual. You said the father sits at home all day. Yeah, but what do? You said, so is your fiance. No, but this might not be the case. Is your fiance, you mean the breadwinner for the family too? I'm just saying. Okay. All right. No, I don't want to jump to conclusions because I just thought about that. All right. He says, I work. No, I work and live separate. Okay. So in other words, the mother and your fiance make the money for that household. Gotcha. Okay. No. Okay, good. No, that's all right. No, good. We care about you, Ortiz. We don't care about the other people. So, all right. Okay, good. No, good for you. Like, we want to make sure that you're part of this fam. So we want to make sure that you're, look, we're going to end it here because that was a lot. I think it was important because I think it was a really important conversation. After you drop that kind of shit, we just couldn't leave that going unsaid. I love these deep swolecasts, but this can't move forward. Especially because you're here having this conversation, like, this can't keep moving forward. Your fiance needs hardcore therapy. The mother, but again, who doesn't need therapy? Who doesn't need to work on themselves? That's what we're doing here every day. That's why you follow the 7 pillars. We're all working on ourselves every day. So saying like, oh, that family needs therapy or that person needs therapy, it's like, so do all of we. That's why meditation is like self-therapy, exercise, self-therapy, recovery, and getting quality sleep. It's all therapy. It's all working on ourselves and creating our own little peace inside our own mind and lives. But this is as toxic as it comes, dude. It's as toxic as it comes. And like many things, the easy choice is usually not the right choice. there's a couple things. If you take the easy way, which is, in my opinion, is not the easy way, like it's the hard way, but to keep on going and doing the same thing. Oh, we have the venue, we have the date, we sent out invitations. You know, if people are traveling in, you don't want to do this like a week before. You don't want to like just at the altar, well, I can't do this. It's like, just, you know, make these changes now so you don't like lose deposits or you don't fuck more things up that need to be fucked up. But one, I don't think, I agree with Wax. I don't think you love yourself enough. I don't think you're caring for yourself enough. You're not putting yourself first, obviously. But it's this going the easy route, just going the same. You don't want to cause more conflict than already exists. So you go along with it. You get them married. You're going to have long-term fucking pain. This is going to come crashing down. It's going to be a disaster. Or you have the short-term pain, like a workout, like a, discomfort, but long-term peace and prosperity. So which do you want? Do you want to go the easy route out now and you're going to have a fucking train wreck over and over again? Or you have that short-term discomfort now and it's going to open up long-term. The best things are for the short-term pain, the short-term discomfort, the short-term. That's what everything is. Making the difficult choice today. Making the difficult choice today is what's going to give you like working out. I don't feel like working out today. Oh, it's going to hurt. Well, okay, well, you fucking do it. Guess what? Long-term benefits. There's nothing about this that makes me think that's not going to be a train wreck. A train wreck. When in doubt, make the hard choice. It's going to build character. It's usually the right choice. Ortiz, make sure you jump in are you in the Swole Fam Telegram chat too? Make sure you get in that and we can continue this conversation there and maybe we can come back and follow up, but this is important. I think we need to move forward. But we need to help you work through this a little bit more. We want the best for you, man. I mean, honestly, it'd be optimal to have the best for everyone, but people have to help themselves too. You can't save everyone. Good job, Swole Fam. Good stuff. I know we went long on that, but again, when do we not go long and when do we not go deep? This is technically balls deep, but I appreciate all the input. It just felt like that was the thing that we need to go hard on that today, but I appreciate the question. Extra long. Should we do a couple? I feel like that's the show right there. How do we follow up on that? But at least we can we can slap the balls a little bit too.
That's deep.
All right, talk about a fucking swole card. I think we know where this swole card's going. Considering most people don't, right? Most people don't, but hopefully Ortiz does. So, let's continue. Let's do a couple poop posts. Yeah, we'll tie off this. We'll tie off this condom. Let's see here. Where were we? Brenda, is there a video or free resource for your elimination diet? For my friend who is now pre-diabetic. Check out the blog. We have some content there about the elimination diet and such. All right. So Ortiz, why don't you make sure you post up again inside the Swole Fam Telegram chat. And right after the show, everyone can just head back over there to the Swole Fam Telegram chat and we'll keep this conversation going. We're on your side. And if there was an easy answer, I think we would all be like, oh, just do this, that, and the other. But the simplest answer is not the easy. That's a thing. It's the same thing. It's relative, right? So eating proper food, making a better choice, not going out drinking when everyone else is, not stuffing your face when everyone else is stuffing face. It's a simple choice, right? I'm not ready for this right now. I cannot continue when I have a lot of things. This is not, I'm not in a good state for this. This is not working out. That's a simple choice. Easy is a very subjective term. Okay. So again, great questions. We didn't get into any calls today, but that was epic. Make sure you go to askpapasolio.com and submit a question for the show. And happy to go over. I mean, I love these questions. Deep questions are good. Whatever you got, askpapasolio.com, submit a question. And if you did call in and it didn't get answered today because we went deep on Ortiz's post, just make sure we'll get to it tomorrow for the FEFcast, tomorrow on Friday. And if you don't hear your question the next show, just stay tuned, because if it's a solid question, if you didn't just like, say bullshit nonsense like, no, you're stupid, you Papa Solio, fuck your beard, or whatever, it'll get answered in an upcoming show. So just make sure you submit it anyway. And we'll get to it, promise. And of course, tomorrow for the FEFcast, tomorrow is, let me just bring up the image. I always forget sometimes to pop open this overtime image. For members, we have, right after the live stream tomorrow, we have our overtime segment. So make sure you join the fam today, swarmersex.com, and you'll get access to all the private live streams, like our roundtables. We'll have a roundtable a week from today. We have our weekly accountability meetings on Monday. We have our weekly overtime segments on Friday. So tomorrow, after the public live stream, we go into overtime. So it's going to be lit for members tomorrow, and it'll be fire. And of course, Swole text, Telegram, Discord, you get alerts. You know when we go live. So I hit you up on that one. And we didn't talk about this, but papasolio.com. Check out all the new apparel. Go to the fucking gym and beyond. Daily Swole for 10% off. Check out the brand new Go to the Fucking Gym apparel. The Go to the Fucking Gym college design, super awesome. We have the Depth Vader. We have Don't Be Fit Phobic. Go to the Fucking Gym. We have the GTTFG beard logo. Keep Calm and Get Swole. Luke Swole Walker design. The new diet plan. And of course, Swole Wars red and yellow. We got a lot of cool things. Go and check it out. papasolio.com for all the amazing merch. All the amazing merch. It was a great conversation. I'm in favor. I'm a fan. All right, let's see. Jesus Christ, John Goodman looking rough. Yeah. Let's do a short one first. Yeah, oh God, that twat. Fuck these videos, man. Jesus Christ. All right, let's do this one first. All right, this is 34 seconds. It says not wanted to date trans. Okay, so
boys have a penis, girls have vagina.
All right. Let's see. Elizabeth, nice new merch. I need to contact support. My order from November still hasn't been processed. Really? You don't say. Maybe there's an issue with your payment. Most things depends on where you live. So you might have to check promotions. If it's November, maybe there was something that didn't get confirmed. But yeah, reach out. We'll get to it ASAP. If there's something, it might be something simple that didn't get added in terms of like payment or something like that. Sometimes, depending on location or the print location, maybe there's something with the card. Sometimes on the back end, and it might not alert you. So we'll definitely help you. Make sure you get it ASAP. Sorry to hear about that. This comment says, I really don't care what you think. You're shaming people for a preference of not dating a trans because it's not what they like. Yeah, this is some weird shit. So if you don't want to suck a dick, I don't blame you for not wanting to date a man. I don't want a dick in my mouth. Not interested. So I'm not going to date a man that is pretending to be a woman. Sounds pretty straightforward, but of course it never is it?
Not dating trans people is not a preference. Not dating blondes is a preference.
Yeah. Not dating trans person is not a preference. Not dating blondes is a preference. So it's okay if I'm like, I don't like someone with blonde hair, but I love cock. Yeah. This is, God, you're a fucking idiot. What a God.
Not dating people who are, I don't know, shorter than 5'6" is a preference. Not dating people with brown eyes is a preference. Being trans is not a specific characteristic.
Yes, being trans is not a specific characteristic. It's a penis. It's a man. It's a man.
Are there any women here today?
It's a man. I don't want a dick in my mouth. That's not a preference. Methinks it's a preference. I don't want a cock in my throat. That's not a preference. You like brunettes? Okay, that's a preference, but you have to like dick. Oh, they said they're a woman. Oh, well, that's great. This isn't Oz, okay? Yeah, this isn't like, I'm not in prison. I don't have to like suck a dick to stay alive. Jesus Christ. It's a hole. It's just a hole.
Thus, you can't label it as a preference.
Yes, you can.
It's just called bigotry.
No, it's not.
No one's forcing you to date trans people.
Sounds like you are. It sounds like it's exactly what you are. You're shaming people for not dating a trans person. No one's forcing you to. If you're saying that's not a preference, you're a bigot. Yes, you are. You are. You're calling people a bigot for not sucking dick. It sounds like it is. Sounds like you are.
Don't cover up your discriminatory bias in the name of preference, because the logic doesn't add up. Like I've said in many a video,
the logic doesn't add up. That's for goddamn sure.
Logic of transphobia never adds up.
Shut up, bitch!
All right. You know, there have been generations of people that have laid down their lives for this country, for your right to be a dumb cunt. You have every right to be a dumb cunt. You have every right. It's a free country. But why do you insist on being a cunt? Like, you can be. But you don't have to be. So my question is, why do you insist on being a dumb cunt? Why? That is your personal preference, and I am not a fan. I'm not a fan of your choice, but I allow you to have it.
Emotional damage.
I don't want a dick in my mouth.
That's not a preference. That's not a preference.
I think it's a preference. I think it's exactly that. All right, here we go. Let's see. We got a couple. We got a couple more. And why are you whispering? Why are you talking like that? So quiet.
Not dating a trans person.
How many of you ladies want a woman that's pumping testosterone and, you know, trying to be a man? Ladies, you want that? You want a woman that's just says they're a man? Don't think so.
That's not a preference.
All right, let's see what we got here. Yikes. Let's do two more. And let's end with some racism. Let's cap this off with some racism, shall we? Or whatever. I'm assuming it's racism because it says the difference between black and white people. Melanin concentration. That's pretty much it. Okay, let's do this one first. Diet culture is thriving.
What's in the
Matt Damon.
Is it now?
We are now entering that time when a lot of folks are going to come onto your timeline trying to convince you to purchase a product or program that will have you looking like them. So I'm here to remind you that all of that is bullshit.
Well, you're never going to look like them, but head on over to swolenormoussex.com. Join the fam today. We have amazing Fuck Your Resolution specials going right now. And of course, use code Daily Swole at checkout for 10% off everything over there at papaswolio.com. Cover your nips with the greatest merch in the game and look just like other people that cover their nips with amazing merch. Okay, let's continue.
We can all save our money. Our bodies are unique and different. So even if we eat like them, even if we exercise them, we will not look like them.
Oh, thank you. If you exercise and you eat like someone, you don't just start looking like them. Oh. You don't say. You don't say. So if I wear like a neckerchief, like a, you know, and I like a cowboy hat, and I'll start talking like this, and I start waddling, and I just start drinking and smoking, I won't like look like John Wayne. God damn it. Lies. My whole life is a lie. All right, you continue now, Pilgrim.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with prioritizing your health and trying to find methods that work for you, but there's a difference between pursuing someone else's body and pursuing health. Not to mention, a lot of times, many of us are just in pursuit of thinness, which does not equal pursuit of health. So
Okay, thank you, thank you. The sky looks blue because of refracted light. If I throw something up, it comes to the ground eventually. Like, can we... Yeah, come on. Start telling me something that actually is fucking interesting. Let's go. Come on. You can do it. Come on.
What we can do is find a way of eating that works for us. We can try to work on getting more sleep, drinking more water, working on stress. We do not have to work on contorting our body to look like someone else. If someone is using their body as a marketing tool, that's a red flag. If someone is also
their body as a marketing tool, it depends on how it's done. It's like, if you eat like this, like V-Shred, that guy's a fucking walking chode. Like, if a character of the alphabet was a person, that's the walking L right there. Okay. Come on, say something.
Saying that their way is the only way to do something,
okay,
that's another red flag.
Agreed.
If someone is also selling a program that is super generalized and there's no room for nuance or any gray area.
Hey, you watch out. Gray area. Why is the area gray? Being racist against aliens? Why does it have to be gray? Yeah, you watch out. Triggering me. All right, let's continue. I agree with a lot of what she says, but like I'm waiting for, there's got to be the thinness thing. It's like, she's got the rainbow on her shirt. She's got a 7 head. Like, come on. What's happening here? Let's go.
That's a red flag. If someone is telling you to sacrifice your mental and physical health, definitely red flag. Let's all work on finding individualized methods that work for us.
Okay. Do we agree? We agree on it like that. I was waiting for something, the thinness thing. It's like, yeah, I think I pretty much agree with the whole thing. I'm not going to listen to it again, but right? Okay. All right. Let's get it. All right. And her ad is the nutrition tea. All right, so it's mostly, she was drinking coffee though, so I think that's a little bit of a misnomer there. The nutrition tea, and she's drinking coffee? Come on now. Wasn't that like, all right, that was surprising. I was like waiting. And I was kind of ranting, and I'm like, yeah, it was more about like, let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go. I like just kept on saying like, yes. All right. She must watch the podcast. I was waiting for racism or my thyroid again. Betty Ford, the rainbow is Jesus saying he won't flood the earth again, so maybe she's a Christian. All right. I think you might be referring to Jesus. All right. Pretty based, actually. I think we all agree with most. We were all like getting into it, and like, yeah. For a lot of what okay, cool. All right. Now let's get into something that we probably don't agree with. Now this is horrible thumbnail. Oh, Jesus. Like I said, John Goodman looking, I don't know, looking John Goodman-y. This one is his name. Is that the real @ on TikTok? Hold on a second. Does that say Dixon White? Dixon? Does that say Dixon White? Is your name Dix on White? Bruh. Dix on White. Can I call you Dix? All right, let's, the title's not a good start. The title. Oof. The title. Not a good start. Luca never expected Papa Soy to agree on balls deep. It happens now and again. They're trying to throw me off here. They throw me one. It's like, But look, I'll agree with something if it makes sense, but I get amped up and I'm ready to fucking rage and I'm raging on things and then it never comes. And I'm like, did we just become best friends? Okay. This is called The Difference Between Black and White People. Here we go, puppets. The difference between white and black people.
Make me happy. What's in the box?
For fuck's sake, here we go.
You know, there's one great distinction between black folks and white folks. Black people have the moral high ground. They do. Black people have when you do a comparison morally between white people and black people, you have to take away one thing: supremacy. Black people do not have a culture of black supremacy. However,
all right, we got a white savior on our hands.
Dodson, we've got Dodson here.
Okay, please talk faster. Please talk faster. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, all the white supremacy coming from this guy's so white the walls are jealous. Come on, dude. Come on.
white people do. So white people are narcissists, social, cultural, systemic narcissists is who we are because of our racism, because of the lies of white supremacy.
Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Jesus Christ. Do not speak for humans with triple-digit IQs. How fucking dare you?
How dare you?
That's insulting to me. As a person with a brain, that's insulting to me. I have a... Okay. This guy needs a trip to the Congo. Like, real quick. Here we go.
So how can white people have morality as long as we have bought into the lies of white supremacy?
I know I keep stopping it, but it's like, there's so much stupid. The stupid per second of this video is just, that's a ratio. I can't handle much more than that at like one time. I got to pause it every couple seconds just to like try to digest that. Yeah. White people can't be moral. Did you know that? Last time I checked, I don't have any slaves. I don't have any fucking slaves. I never had a slave. I have a dog. Dog is kind of a slave. Put a chain around his neck. Does what I say. I feed him when I want to. I put him in a cage. Dogs are kind of like slaves. Not a human, though. No. Never did. All right.
Can't. And how does that feel to know bought into the lies of white supremacy? We can't. And how does that feel to know that black people have a moral high ground? How does that feel to know as a white person that you are sick, twisted, narcissistic, and immoral, highly immoral?
Let's keep going. This is getting it's good.
And immoral, highly immoral, and inhumane. I don't use the N-word.
I'm inhumane?
What are you doing to fight and dismantle racism that benefits you, white person? Nothing. I ignore it, I deny it, or you perpetrate it.
No. You don't pander, you don't patronize people, you don't give people, anyone, you don't give anyone shit for nothing. What you do is you treat people like a human being. You treat them like an equal. You treat people with respect and kindness if they've earned it. What am I doing? Oh, I'm not picketing. All right. I haven't marched lately because I got a job. I work for a living. I have integrity. I contribute to society. Holy fucking Christ. This dude totally, if he has a girlfriend or wife, he totally lets other dudes bang his fucking wife. This guy just lets like fucking black guys run a train on his girlfriend's or wife or whatever. You get it, honey. You get it, honey. It's because of evil white supremacy. What are you doing? How many black dudes are you letting fuck your wife to dismantle? They're dismantling your wife's fucking organs. All right, let's move on.
Those are the three things we do. We ignore it, we deny it, or we perpetrate it. That's what most white people do. I hate to say it, but it's true.
It's not.
And that's why I say we're social narcissists, and we have no moral high ground racially.
This guy's projecting so hard, huh?
Sick, hurting people. Hurt people, hurt people.
Yeah, how's your pancreas doing, bro? Hurt people, hurt people. His pancreas is like, help me. It's like the fucking fly. Help me. Help me.
And we've been hurting a long damn time. We're hurting.
It's over. It's over.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, let's get a little tainty man. Good boy. Oh, he's waving at you, fam. Oh, the tainty man. Oh, tainty boy. Some rubbies from the Swole fam. He's waving to the Swole fam. That's so cute. And let's get a little church. Oh, she wants belly rubs too. Oh, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Look at those cute little bellies. Look at those cute little bellies. She's so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. This is what I got to deal with. This is what I got to deal with on the podcast. How can I do a podcast? How can I function? How can I function when there's just so much cute? I know. Oh my God, fam. That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. Let's pet. Let's rub the bellies. Kind of diddle the nips a little bit. And rub. You're such a good girl. That's a good girl. All right, fam. Let's give away the Swole card. We went long. We went deep. We went hard. And what else is new? Let's give away today's Swole card. I think we all know Ortiz. Mr. Ortiz, congratulations. We don't even have to raffle this thing off. We all know. Congratulations. This episode was intense. It was brought to you by the Swole fam and all of our collective sick fucking gains. Fabian, make sure you send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, swolecard2435 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Most people don't. Hopefully you will. Most people succumb. Most people allow other people to run all over them. Most people don't. You can apply this very, very appropriately to your life and to your situation. But let's do this. No, totally cool. You're a part of the Swole fam, so make sure everyone, how about this? Right now, we're about to wrap up. We're going to close the beach down. We're going to nut this beach. Let's continue this conversation in the Swole fam Telegram chat. Let's head on over there. If you want to join the fam and you're listening, you're like, I want to get in on this pony, swolenormousx.com. But let's go into the Swole fam Telegram chat. We'll continue with a little, a little post Daily Swole smoking a pancake, and we'll continue the conversation inside the Swole fam Telegram chat. I think there needs to be a little bit more follow up with Ortiz. So head on into the Swole fam Telegram chat right after today's episode, and we'll continue the conversation. Congratulations. But, it's a somber congratulations. You want to make sure that you make it through okay and make those choices that you are not going to regret. We got you, fam. It was a good show, fam. It was a good show.
Are you not entertained?
It was a good show.
Are you not entertained?
It was a great show. We'll go even deeper tomorrow, I promise. I promise, fam.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
What an episode, Beaches. What a fucking man cast. Wow. Holy shit. Just when you thought we went deep, we go even deeper. Double fisting. Woo. Damn.
I better use my strong.
Yes, sir.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Another example of cake gender would be if someone feels like they have different layers or flavors to their particular gender.
What happened to your queer party friends?
You got it, John. Important topics, man. We have to get into it. Papa's final form is therapist. I am indeed. We're heating up, man.
He's heating up!
I think it's some good shit. I think we came up with some good topics. Just never underestimate our ability to just repeat trauma, cyclical trauma, and to match with those types of people. I'm curious about Ortiz's parents. Maybe we can get into that in the Swole Fan Telegram chat. You never know. I appreciate it, bro. Thanks for laying it all out there. Swole Fam Telegram chat. We'll continue this fucking party. We'll get you squared away, bro. Piano cod coming in. Ooh. Almost clipped the fucking desk. Coast to coast. Ooh, very nice. Excellent. Golf club. Ooh, it's drafty in here. Let's crank this beach back up. Famwise, thanks for being here. Make sure you leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Reminder, we also have the video. The video of the stream is also available on Spotify now. We hooked that up last week, so you can also watch the replay as well as listen over there on Spotify. And you can submit comments and questions and stuff through Spotify, so it's pretty sweet. So thank you so much for being here. Remember, askpapaswolio.com to submit a call for the show. I appreciate everyone calling in. Those of you that did so, that didn't get their question answered today, but, it is what it is. We'll get to it tomorrow. So if you want to call in, we will get to more questions tomorrow. And of course, right after tomorrow's live stream, we have overtime. I feel like today's episode was one big overtime. It was awesome. It was like a round table. Someone else said that in the comments. It was totally like a round table. And we have a round table coming up next Thursday, so January the 12th. So, of course, every 2 weeks we have a round table. So we'll see you then. But, of course, tomorrow, right after the live stream, we have our overtime segment, and we got something special for you. So be there, and if you're a member, you'll get a Swole text notification, Discord, Telegram alert, all that good shit, so you know when we're going live. And, of course, right after the public live stream, we have the overtime segment. And if you can't catch it live, no harm, no foul. We have it uploaded and archived inside Swole TV. So you never have to miss any of the private live streams. So super awesome. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow for 2436. It's Fuck'em Friday. Super stoked. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy. Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't laugh and they so mad, it's like
yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element.